We are back again. We are back again during the lunch hour. We are talking now football again. There's quite a lot to talk about. Remember, the World Qualifier has started. We are going to Qatar. It's going to be very exciting, and the Qatar people are really looking forward to have this. The story of Qatar, it's a very nice story. It was a desert at some point, and then remember there were issues that is too hot, and then we'll see whether the condition will be conducive for football. But now it looks like football, it becomes a global phenomenon. Now we saw football in South Africa, we saw football in Brazil, we saw football in Russia. Now it's Qatar. So is there a chance for Qatar? So we are looking forward to that. Now let me welcome my colleagues, Jacob Ntwentle Slematsela. Jackie, welcome to the show and greet the viewers.
Thank you very much, my brother, for welcoming me. And I would like to also pass my greetings to our viewers at home. We are back again, guys. We're going to be sharing some good news in terms of football, and we will enjoy it, definitely. Let me come back to you, Tau.
Last born, it's you now. Welcome the viewers and greet them.
Yes, afternoon to the viewers out there. That's part 2 of the show. A lot of exciting news internationally. I hope everyone will enjoy the show. Thank you very much.
Guys, Jackie, we're going to start with you. Bafana Bafana, they were playing yesterday, qualifying for the World Cup. You watched the game. What's your take? Are we going there? Are we a team that is definitely going to qualify? So what's your take? Give us the results, and then just a bit, then you tell us what's your take.
Tau, the result, it's simple, I can give that to you. The game ended up as 0-0 draw. So which basically tells us that we don't have any point. Both Bafana Bafana and Zimbabwe, they don't have any points in the bag. So the score ended up at 0-0. And then I'll quickly rush to the groups. Group A, we've got Algeria, which collected 3 points, and Burkina Faso collected 3 points as well. What is very much interesting, Algeria won 8-0 to this smaller nation called Djibouti. 8-0, my brother. And then we've got Zambia as well, that managed to collect another 3 points after winning against Mauritania 2-1. And then from there, we've got Group C quickly. Nigeria, they collected 3 points after winning a game against Liberia 2-1. And then we've got also Mali that collected 3 points against Rwanda. They won that game 1-0. And we've got Libya and Egypt. They both collected 3 points as well after beating their opponents Gabon and Angola respectively. And then in the Group G, which is South Africa, we've got only 1 point each. Zimbabwe 1 point, South Africa 1 point. So it ended up as a draw. And then we've got Senegal, who collected 3 points by winning 2-0 against Togo. And quickly again, when you go to Morocco, they collected 3 points as well. And then Benin collected 3 points as well. Those are the groups in terms of the World Cup qualifiers in the African version. Just to tell you a little bit about Bafana Bafana and Zimbabwe. I must be honest with you, I'm really worried. It's about time whereby Hugo Bruce, our coach, he must just follow his pride and then mix those youngsters with experienced players. We've got a player who is playing in Suwon. He's a leading goal scorer there with 14 goals. And then his name is Veldik. Veldik is still qualifying to be playing for Bafana Bafana. We need such strikers. We don't have a striker there. I mean, Tau was playing number 10. Tau playing number 10, he won't be able to create. He's not in that particular middle field where he can be playing that creative part. Yes, he can be able to take other players away and all this, but who's going to score? We've got this youngster from Baroka. I mean, he's still not ready for my liking, especially for the national team. We still need to have our tried and tested players to play in that particular field, because we need to qualify. Or else, if we don't qualify, my brother, it's going to be another disaster. We really need to make sure that we review. It's about time that the coach must follow his pride and make sure that he gets the correct players to play in that particular field, because there's no time for experimenting right now. This is the World Cup qualifier. We need to collect points. That's it. That's the bottom line. There's no supplier, my friend. There was no supplier. The midfield was far wide apart with the defense, and then the frustration came to Tau because there was no supplier from the middle supplying, in the wings or in the middle or through passes or anything like that. There was nothing like that. So it's about time that our coach swallow his pride and then select the correct players who will be able to add value in that particular field. That's all I can say, my friend.
That's very tough. And that's very tough because the guys just come in, and then sometimes somebody might argue and say it's a little bit unfair because the guys just come in. And hence this will bring me to a point that Safa's judgment, was it justified? To fire a coach while we are still going to play for well qualified. And I still say that mistake, is still gonna haunt them. It's still gonna haunt them because I'm sure Nzeki by now, you would be knowing his players. Nzeki by now probably would have now polished there and there, just like what Peter said at some point. I selected to play with top 5 teams just to gauge ourselves so that we prepare the fire team. So I think this is another blunder again. But let's watch and see. Maybe we need to be fair enough. He has not been long on the job. Let's let's give him the chance. I don't know, last one, what's your take?
Mr. Chabala, all I can say is I did say last week, we don't have time to experimenting, as Mr. Chek is saying, We really don't have time for that. These are the World Cup qualifiers. Our coach needs to bring back our quality players in the squad. We need him to back. We need your Bradley Robles back. We need all of these experienced players back. Your Tulani Sereros, all of them, they need to come back. Rather the coach, let him mix the experienced players with the young players, as Mr. Jack is saying, because we really don't have time to experiment. I mean, how many goals does our youngster Evidence Mahopa has in the DCV Premiership, or had in the previous season? I don't think he banged more than 5 goals, but yet here we are calling him to the national team, I understand we should give our youngsters an opportunity, but now we don't have the capacity and the time to be experimenting with young players now at the moment. We really don't have time. So let's use the players that we have that are banging goals game in, game out. I don't understand. Why isn't he calling them to the national team? I'm still failing to understand that. Rather Safa intervenes. I'm sorry to say this, but rather Safa intervenes, and they really need to fix this because we really need to qualify to the World Cup. There's no other way.
How do Safa intervene? They're the ones who appointed this guy. How do they intervene?
I don't know what happened, but they need to intervene again and again. I don't know, but they must fix it.
Yeah,
they
because
need to fix this man.
Probably another intervention is to fire this guy. So it's not even fair again. The guy has 5-year contract. So I don't know how are they going to do it. You know what? So this doesn't look good. But nevertheless, let's move on to the international football. Lot of news out there. Ronaldo has written another script again when it comes to international football. He scored 2 brilliant goals, which made the Portuguese to win their group. It was looking like they were going to draw. And then, as always, Ronaldo is always there. And then he proved to be lethal again. And then I also hear Roy Keane. Roy Keane said, I'm happy that Ronaldo is going to Man United. But he also used other connotation or other adjective or other description. He said, the guy is greedy and selfish. But he said, you need that to help him, to help Man United to fight for something. But classifying him as greedy and selfish, and remember he played with him. So I don't know. I don't know what does that mean. Wayne Rooney said, I'm sending a word to Olga Solskjaer to say, you know what, with Ronaldo coming in, I'm warning you, Ronaldo is going to spare these players. It's going to motivate these youngsters to win because Ronaldo is a winner. He doesn't want to lose. At 36, he's still banging goals. So big up to Cristiano Ronaldo. And not only that, and then give us the other news. What happened international? What happened to other groups? Last one.
Yes, okay. The groups that I have at the moment, top two groups from Group A to J that are leading so far. So Group A, we've got Portugal, this is number 1. Number 2 is Serbia. And then we've got Group B, Sweden is leading, and then Spain is number 2 in that group. Then Group C, we've got Italy, number 2 is Switzerland. Then Group D, we've got France, number 1, number 2 is Ukraine. And then Group E, we've got Belgium, number 2 is the Czech Republic. Group F, we've got Denmark, number 2, we've got Israel. And then Group G, we've got Turkey, number 1, number 2, we've got the Netherlands. And then Group H, we've got Croatia, number 2 is Russia. And then Group I, we've got England, number 2 is Poland. And then Group J, we've got
no, on England, you said England number 2, then Poland is number 1, in other words. That's what you're saying.
Oh, England is number 1, okay. Poland is number 2.
All yes. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That was not clear enough. So that is why I wanted clarity. Yeah.
No, sorry. And then Group J, we've got Armenia. And then number 2 is Germany. So Germany is behind in that group. And then Group H, number 1, we've got Croatia. No, I did say yes, Group I, actually. It's number 1 is Croatia, number 2 is Poland, and then Group J is number 1 is Armenia, and then number 2 is Germany. Yes. So these are the teams that are leading in respective in the groups, and yeah, it's very, very interesting.
Quite shocking that Germany is number 2. Quite shocking. And then I must say, watch England. England are going to compete this year. They are definitely. I mean, this World Cup, they are really going to compete. They look good. They look good. England. I think Southgate need to be congratulated. After so many years, you know, England were like mediocre. You know, they were not. You know, for England to reach semi-final, it was a struggle. You know, they would always be knocked at the quarterfinal or group stages and so on. But it looks like now they've got a mojo, and I hope they do well because here I'm still saying my wish is for Harry Kane to win something, because Harry Kane has already said he wants a major trophy. You know, he has never had a major trophy with Tottenham Hotspur, and that is why he's unsettled. And he's a good player. He said, what am I going to show my kids when I've retired, or my grandchildren? Which is a point. So on that basis, hence I'm rooting for them to do well. You know, that would be nice. And then we also go to South America. You know, we saw that the Argentinian, they've got their momentum. You know, Lionel Messi and his group, they've won 3-1, and then they're doing well. And then we see that all the big guns, they are doing well. Not only that, we see that Brazil is also doing well. And then, like I say, all the big guns are doing well. And then what was also the other side, you know, when Messi landed in Venezuela, remember they were going to play Venezuela. The crowd, the fans of Venezuela, they were crying, Messi, 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 Messi. The man is a genius. I don't know, this guy is so loved, he's so loved by the world. And this love is so spontaneous, very spontaneous, very organic. So it's not a stage love. It's very organic, spontaneously. So yeah, Jackie, I don't know whether you want to say something.
No, my brother, I was listening to everything that Japan was saying. The issue of England, my brother, they're always good. They always start good. They look good, but they can't reach the finals. Even if they can reach the finals, they don't win it. That's the name of the game. We're used to that. I agree with you that the gentleman from the striker from Tottenham,
Hurricane,
he needs to win. Hurricane, yes, he needs to win something. I definitely wish that he can win something. I definitely wish so.
You know,
But
the other team that is a dark horse, Italy, they are always in the competition.
Oh, yes, yes.
Well, Germany, always. That is why I'm surprised that they are number 2, because the Germans will surprise you. Don't rule out the Brazilians. Remember, these are the kings of the World Cup. There's no team that has more World Cups than them. And then don't rule out Argentina. They are hungry. They last won the World Cup during the time of Maradona. So it's going to be humdinger. It's going to be very exciting, this World Cup. And we are looking forward to it. I'm sure everybody will enjoy. Guys, I think I need to move to the Messi special, or unless there's something that you want to talk about. That's very, very crucial that we need to talk about. There's something that we want to talk about?
No, we can move on to the Messi special.
Let's go to the Messi special. But today I'm not gonna do much. I just want to show when I say this guy is loved, and his love is organic. You know, it's not a question that it's a stage thing. You know, it's a real love. The man is loved, whether you like it or not. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
It's visible enough. I heard people were complaining that Predrag Rakovic, they were complaining that what he did was unprofessional. Because what did he do? He said when Messi was going out, not only him, a lot of players from Reign, you know, they wanted Messi's attention. So this guy said, please, I want you to take a picture with my son. And let me tell you, this, I don't see this for the first time. I've seen it even in Spain. There was a guy, he plays for one of the team in Spain. He brought his son, and he was going to play Barcelona, this guy. And then he brought his son. He said his son is always, the son is at the age of the same, this one. The son always shout about Messi, Messi, Messi. And then he took the son to Messi. And not only that, Di Maria said her daughter, same age, her daughter has been saying, everybody at school is talking about this Messi, this Messi. So when they went to Russia to the World Cup, and then Di Maria said, now this is the opportunity. And then he took the son, and they met Messi, the daughter. And then the daughter took a picture with Messi. The daughter was taking the picture to school to show everybody, the teachers and the student, that he was with Lionel Messi. The guy is being loved. That is why I was saying, they say when he landed in Venezuela, people, the Venezuela supporters, they were crying, Messi, 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 Messi. He's a genius. Now, I also want to share something set by Van Dijk. Do you see this?
Yes, we can.
Is it visible enough?
Yeah, it is fine.
Now, Van Dijk says, in football, there are those who will never recognize you, even if you are the best in the world. Messi did everything possible and not possible in football, the best in the world, and perhaps in history. There are those who say an ordinary player because he did not win a title with Argentina. And when he won, he did not win the World Cup in football. You have to play football, stay away from the press and comparison. This is football. That's Lionel Messi. And Van Dijk is correct. We all know that Messi has won. I mean, he should win the Ballon d'Or this year. But because he's Messi, they'll add something. They'll always add something. Why doesn't he didn't win the Champions League? So why should? And Jorginho has said himself, it will be a bigger scandal if Messi doesn't win the Ballon d'Or. We are watching very closely, all right? And then, yeah, we'll see. Ronaldo has gone to England. I won't be surprised that Ronaldo win another Ballon d'Or very soon. That's me. That's my observation. I'm not saying it's gonna be like that, but Messi's class. You know, he does something. They put the bar higher, which is unfair. You know, and then he was not winning a title with the national team, not because of his own making. If you play with ordinary player, you cannot carry them. I mean, look at Barcelona for the past 5 years. They said when Xavi leave and Iniesta, Messi will struggle. But what happened? Messi showed beyond reasonable doubt that he's the best. He's the best. I'll keep on pumping you about this. And get me correct. I'm not saying Ronaldo is not a good player. He is. And he's proving it day in, day out. But he came at the wrong era. But the good thing about these two guys, we'll never see this for another 100 years, where we have two guys competing neck to neck. We nearly saw that between Maradona and Pele, but there was a generational gap. When Pele had just retired, then Maradona came in. This time we have two guys neck on neck, although Messi is leading by far. You can take any aspect, Messi is leading by far. Well, Ronaldo beats him there and there, but can always argue it's like on the international goals. And Ronaldo is 36. Ronaldo has played more games than Messi, and the difference of the goal is not much. So how do you say the man is not a genius? He is a genius. Watch the space. Gentlemen, thank you very much. It was nice having you on the show. And then I hope the viewers have enjoyed. And then please, we want to hear your comments. And then we are looking forward to the upcoming game. Bafana Bafana, they are playing Ghana when on Tuesday, isn't it?
Yes, that's on Tuesday.
Yes,
Yeah. Where do they play?
It's a home game for Bafana.
Okay, it's a home game for Bafana. And good luck to Bafana.
Yeah, it's a home game. The home game.
We want them to qualify for the World Cup, and then so that at least we can rebuild. All right, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Yes, guys.
Bye.
Chop, chop.